I was going to comment. Do you want to do the camera? Hello everybody and welcome to our broadcast between John Carroll and Calvert Hall Varsity Volleyball. My name is Brendan Trentler and I'll be commentating the game today. Sorry for the technical difficulties, missing a court, and thankfully Mr. Hydrick got it for us, so we're here to give you the best broadcast we can. And that spike was from Ross Weaver, just a little outside. And Schwab with a little touch pass over. And Joe Duggan able to get the ball over, and John Carroll now well defended from Calvert Hall. And that point scored by Will Schwab. Here's Joe Duggan with the serve. Just tips the net. That's going to be blocked. And that was Ian Harker with the block. And now Calvert Hall up is tied 11-11 here in the Calvert Hall gym. Again, Joe Duggan with his serve. Well defended from the John Carroll side. And Duggan with the dig. And that ball will get over. And a tough little... That ball's blocked. And that ball was Calvert Hall's point. That looked into me, but ref's decision. And there's something on the court. A referee's badge fell off his shirt. And that spike from John Carroll looked like it was in. I maybe just didn't see. I'm really not sure. And there's yet another serve from Joe Duggan. And well defended from John Carroll, playing more defensively just to get it over. A little scrambling almost. Calvert Hall looks to be in possession, and that's another spike. And a kill from Ian Harker. And the Calvert Hall bench is fired up. And here another serve from Joe Duggan. And that'll be an ace from him. And Calvert Hall on a little bit of a run here. Now up 14-11 in this first set. And here's Weaver, and Ross Weaver will get his first kill of the day. And we'll have a timeout called by the Patriots, which makes sense because Calvert Hall going on an insane run of 4 points, so. started.
10
It
minutes
started
ago?
early, yeah.
To be completely honest with you.
And out of the timeout, Calvert Hall up by 4. And Joe Duggan still serving as they're on their rally and goes into the net. So close to getting over, but just a little short. And this is Max Snellberg with the serve. And that'll go over Ian Harker's head, and that's a spike from Ross Weaver. And the Calvert Hall bench players, they're fired up right now. And here's Andy Glenmatcher with his serve. And that's barely gonna get over the net. And here's Schwab to Weaver. Well defended from the John Carroll side. And a good rally here. They're just kind of desperate to get that ball over on the third hit. And here's Weaver again. And that will be Calvert Hall's point. A little miscommunication there from John Carroll. And Glenmatcher still serving. Not the ideal set, but able to make it work. Schwab with a really nice bump, and Weaver, little upset, couldn't put that ball in bounds. A little confusion there from the line judge. And that's going to go over the rafters, the steel beams above the gym, and that will be a point for the Patriots. Jeremy Bigerman serving for John Carroll. And Joe Duggan unable to put that ball in play, and it flies towards us out of bounds. Not the best return, and Weaver able to put that ball over. And a good dig from Glenmatcher, but John Carroll's Travis Smith with a kill shot, and we'll have Bigerman serve again. And that point goes to Ross Weaver and his Calvert Hall side. And we'll have a sub here, Oliver Allmeter, coming in for Ben Murray. And that will be somehow a third hit. And it will be John Carroll's point. Austin Shorts serving for the Patriots. And Schwab with the set. And here's Oliver Allmeter. And they'll convert 19-17 left in this first set. Game did start a little early. JV game finished up around 4:45, and Varsity really wanted to start quickly. And there's another nice little touch there from Travis Smith. And here's Hank Dipple. And Duggan going back to Duggan, and that will be in. And that was a really nice play from Duggan to Schwab, back to Duggan. Kean Donovan unable to put that ball over the net. Jackson Coyer with the serve. And Joe Duggan will, that looked out. That looked out, but that's the line judge. Here's the set. And that will be blocked and stuffed from Ian Harker. And Carroll 3 points away from winning this first set. As they seem to be dominating in this first one. That ball tips. And Joe Duggan puts the ball over just in a little preservation. And Schwab able to get it over. And I think Schwab, yeah, it rolled off on his arm and then off of his shoulder over the net. And the refs, a little late, but did call it a double. And that serve from Alex Mink goes straight into the net, about a foot under the net. And now Joe Duggan, 2 points from putting this first set away. And that's going to be out. And Austin Short's unable to get that ball in play. And Joe Duggan for this set. John Carroll able to get the ball over. Not the most pretty, but Ian Harker. That's going to hit the rafters, and they have one more hit. Harker puts it over in one, and then a nice shot there from Austin Shorts. We're up. Calvert Hall up 24-21, and Weaver able to put this first set away. And the first set goes to the Cardinals. And we'll be back in 3 minutes after the break. And our second set about to begin with the John Carroll serve, and Weaver with a great spike. And John Carroll in desperation, and Joe Duggan with a set. And Weaver able to get the ball over.
But they probably still have nails.
And it'll be a lift from Weaver. A good set.
There's one in the outer pocket. Move my jacket. Move my jacket. In the outer pocket. Yeah.
And Ian Harker unable to put that one over.
I was like horrific on there.
Shit. And that ball is going to be out for the Cardinals, and they start down 3-0.
We're gonna try to fit specific words into his commentating.
And Austin Shorts here with the serve, as they're off to a great 3-0 start. And Schwab able to put that ball over. And Shorts with the set. And a great kill shot there from Franklin Smithmeyer. And now it's 4-0. Here's Shorts. And Schwab able to keep that in alive. And that'll be out. And Joe Duggan just put a little bit too much mustard on that one. And now the Cardinals down 5-0 to the Patriots. And here's Weaver. And they're able to get their first points on the board in this second set, and Ian Harker comes out. And Smithmeyer rejected. Just a little touch. And Weaver again, and he's gonna get the second point in a row. And now the Cardinals down by 3. And John Carroll unsuccessful to get that ball over the net there. And not the best touch from Jackson Coyer. And that ball will be in. And that was Franklin Smithmeyer for the Patriots.
Oh my gosh, I know. Where'd the flag boy come from? Where'd the flag boy come from?
And a good shot there from Will Schwab. And now Allmeter comes in for Murray, and Schwab with his first serve of the night. Set. Beautifully executed there from the Patriots. That was Smithberger once again. And he's been producing a lot of points here in the second set. Here's Allmeter. Caverdall able to keep it alive. Allmeter again, and that'll be good. And he's fired up. And Joe Duggan is loving it. And it's now 7-5. There's a nice set there from Weaver. It'll be rejected from Allmeter. And again, it's John Carroll, and that will just go over the net for Jeremy Bigerman. And on comes Alex Mink for Franklin Smithmeyer. And Joe Duggan able to get the ball over. There's the set and a little touch. And Cabral not able to keep that alive. And John Carroll taking this set away and creating a little bit of wiggle room. That's Mink's second serve, and that's gonna have too much on it. And now comes on Ian Harker. Mask fell out. The mask fell off of number 13 shorts. A despicable act from him. There's a nice set from Coyer. Cowardall able to manage, and here's Joe Duggan. And that was Doug-tastic. As Duggan able to execute and cut the lead back to 2. And there's a set from Coyers. Their main man, and Weaver just comes away from Weaver a little bit. And Schwab able to trying to get to that ball quickly and trying to get this show on the road. And here's John Carroll now with their serve. Here's Duggan again. And that's Duggan with his second consecutive spike, and off is Oliver Allmeter. Ian Harker, and not the most aggressive kill from him, but able to get the job done. Here's the serve from Calvert Hall. Coyers with the set. And I think the net was touched there from the Calvert Hall side. Not sure who it was. But now John Carroll with their second set, and Joe Duggan. That was in. And for some reason, that was out.
They said in and then called it out.
Yeah, the linesman here on the near side, two of the JV players as the linesman for today's game. The main referees did call it out, so it's going to be John Carroll's serve, and a great sequence from them, and Joe Duggan able to get the ball over for the Cardinals. Here's Coyers, and the senior puts the ball over, and Duggan called off of that. And Austin Shorts with his spike has increased the lead to 4, which is the largest lead we've seen in this second set. Here's Duggan. And then Weaver trying to keep it alive. And here's Coyers as they're able to get a successful spike. And that was squeaky clean from the Patriots. And there's going to be a timeout called from the Cardinals. And John Carroll looking to be back in this one.
So that's what I was trying to figure out.
And a respectful lead from John Carroll. And that'll be Bigerman's serve. And Schwab, not the best set. And here's Coyers, their main setter. And Bigerman able to get to that ball. Not the best sequence. And that's going to be Ian Harker with the demonic spike.
That was not the one you did.
And here now, Joe Duggan cutting the lead 2-4. Let's see if he can go on a little run like he did in the last set. Well defended there from Dipple. And that'll be Austin Shorts again with a spike. And out comes Mink and in Smithmeyer for the Patriots. Yeah. And that's not going to hit the rafters, but does go over them. And Ian Harker unable to get that ball over the net. Definitely a little upset about that one.
Like, are you my student? Like, are you my student?
And that's going to be in for Ross Weaver.
That was a demonic spike.
And Alex Ferreira hyped up after Weaver's spike. And a good dig. And Duggan able to put that over and just a little too far out. And the Patriots with a commanding lead here. As they're 8 points away from taking the second set. Schwab saved, and Schwab able to put that ball up for Weaver, and Weaver with the shot. And Weaver fired up. Here's Schwab, the captain here on this Calvert Hall team, along with Ross Weaver and Joe Duggan. And Weaver, and that was tipped by Austin Shorts. And that will be Calvert Hall's ball. And Schwab trying to get a rally going here to try and get this set a little bit closer. And that ball, not Oliver Almeida unable to stuff that, and It will be John Carroll's serve now. And not the most eloquent spike there from Ross Weaver, but able to get the job done.
A microscopic error.
Thank you. And Ms. Pike is giving me tips right now as John Carroll puts the ball over the net, and Schwab able to get the ball to Allmeter. And that is Smithmeyer.
That's the left to you. Have so much fun. Let me know how it goes.
And out comes Smithmeyer. In comes Mink. Smithmeyer putting on a show for us here in this second set. And Ross Weaver with the intelligent play of letting that out. And that serve out of bounds, and now Calvert Hall trying to crawl their way back into this second set. And that's one way to start. Jeez. My gosh.
Microscopic error.
And a kick from Minks that just kind of rattles it around. Yes, you are allowed to kick in volleyball. And that ball hits the metal beam. An eloquent hit there. And that was Shorts, and he did run into the net. And now Calvert Hall has this one. Close. Oh, and a misjudge there from number 13 on Carroll. I don't have a roster for them, so unable to tell you his name, but just an error from him as he lets that ball drop. And Duggan with that nice dig. And that was an electrifying spike from Shorts. And we'll have the second timeout of this second set from Calvert Hall. And we'll see you back in about 30 seconds. And back from the short break of the timeout from Calvert Hall. And Snauberg with the serve there. Calvert Hall scrambling around. Joe Duggan able to get that ball in the net. There's Conyers. And it's going to be an infraction. And that'll be Calvert Hall's point. And now 20 to 21 20 to 21 for the Cardinals, as they're down by just one single point. And a nice serve from number 3 on Calvert Hall. Again, no roster, going off the kids that I know. And just a miscommunication there, which could really mess up the groove of this Cardinals team. And that ball served into the net from Biggerman. And now Duggan with his third set of sequences in the second set. And Duggan with a nice dig there from Bigerman, and a tactical error between Schwab and Ian Harker. And now down by 3, John Carroll with just 2 points to go, and Weaver out of bounds. And Harker will get that. Schwab somehow able to squeak that over the net. And Harker, and here's Duggan from the back, and that's going to be out of bounds. And match point here for John Carroll. Duggan with the nice dig. And Ross Weaver is able to return that one, and we have a close one in our hands. It's going to be Shorts with that dig, and Schwab able to keep that ball in, and Duggan able to get it over. Here's Conyers with the set, and here's Weaver. And 4 touches taken from the Cardinals. And the second set respectfully goes to the Patriots. And we will be back in 3 minutes or so with more live action from the Calvert Hall Gym. And here's Joe Duggan with starting off this third set. And that's not going to be the best serve we've seen from him today, as that ball is about 2 feet under where it should be. And now John Carroll off to a very quick start with that one hitting over from Bigerman. Ball go over Harker's head. And Schwab unable to get that ball on the other side of the net because it was kind of wedged under it, and John Carroll with a 3-0 lead to start this third set out. And there's Bigerman to put that one over. Schwab to Harker. Schwab back up is Weaver, and Harker's gonna put that one in. Not the most elegant point, but they're able to finish and put points on the board in this third set. Elegant, elegant.
Sorry, elegant.
There's Conyers. And there's Shorts to put that one over. Here's Joe Duggan coming from the back. Murray able to keep it alive, and Schwab putting it over. And here's Shorts again, and that one's gonna go out. No touch from the Cardinals. And now 3-2. Calvert Hall now trying to match the points back up. And there's Biggers. Joe Duggan able to keep it alive. Schwab puts it over. And Schwab to Weaver. And Weaver is able to get a touch. And he goes, sorry, referee's mistake. And Weaver does get credit for that point. And now we're tied up at 3s. Another nice set from number 2. Duggan with a nice dig. And here comes Duggan again. And a dig from Conyers. And Shorts able to put that one over, well defended. And that's gonna be a Cardinal point. And now they're on a 4-point run after being down 3-0. And a miscommunication there from Schwab. And John Carroll now tying it up. And Bigerman with his first serve of this set. The lefty serve. Joe Duggan with a nice dig. And Weaver, not an ideal spot for him, but a miscommunication there from Travis Smith and Jackson Koyner. And a substitution here. Out comes number 3 for Calvert Hall. And Allmeter comes in. And he's going to be stationed up front. And Koyner able to get that ball over into Schwab with a nice little cheeky set over. Schwab with his set. And here comes Joe Duggan again. And point is awarded to John Carroll. I think there was contact with the net. And out comes Mink, and in comes Smithmeyer for John Carroll. And here's Weaver now. And a nice dig there from Dipple. Very impressive. And Allmeter with his spike. And here's Smithmeyer, and a nice dig from number 2 as well. And Duggan with a conservative spike over. And a little hesitation there from Travis Smith. And there's Weaver, as he's able to score that one. And our longest rally of today is awarded to Calvert Hall.
Go Hall. Go Hall.
Here's Smithmeyer. And he's able to convert there for John Carroll. Here's Dipple. Here's Coiner. And that's going to be out for John Carroll. Now Calvert Hall serve, 7-6. That's over, and Allmeter somehow unable to get that ball over the net as he tried to put it back in one. And now it is tied up. And Duggan receiving end of that serve. And Coiner tried to get that ball and keep it alive, but unable to. And out comes Allmeter. Oh, and not a very good serve there from number 3 on the Calvert Hall side, as that barely hits the net. Here's Smithmeyer. It's his jumping serve, and just a little confusion for the Patriots, and Joe Duggan now serving. Here's Joe with his jumping serve. That ball almost dies, but a great play there from Dipple and a microscopic mistake from Harker and Schwab as that ball drops to the floor and tied up 9-9. Here's Weaver, and that ball bounces back and forth around the basketball hoop that's put up, and that will be Calvert Hall's point. Here's Coiner, blocked from number 13. Schwab able to put that up, and Joe with the spike from the back. And again, for the second consecutive play, a miscommunication for the Patriots, as Smith and Coiner unable to decide who was going to set that ball. And that's going to be an ace from number 2. And a cheeky little put over there from Shorts, and that shot's blocked from Smith and Biggerman. And Biggerman with his serve now. And Weaver just a little too far back.
No, they are.
Yeah, they are. Joe Duggan with his dig. And that ball is going to just roll over the net. And that shot is rejected from Will Schwab. And Shorts with his spike. And they were both, Shorts and Mink, unable to get to that ball. And 4 pure ministers on this Calvert Hall team: Will Schwab, Joe Duggan, Ross Weaver, and Evan Levasseur. And speaking of Evan Levasseur, we have a mini student section of Evan Levasseur fans Yeah, a fan club holding up his face on some popsicle sticks. An interesting,
I just looked it up and I'm like, what are they doing?
interesting, interesting fan club. Kinda, I don't know what to call it, but you know, good for them. Glad they're out here watching this volleyball game, as this is a Cardinal Crazies event, but not too many Cardinal Crazies are out here. And there's shorts and set from Will Schwab. And Ross Weaver is gonna get rejected from Smith. And Calvert Hall up 14-11, now cut to 14-13. As they're trying to close the door, and John Carroll keeps opening it, and that's going to be set across court. And here's shorts to Smith, and that ball is going to be put from Joe Duggan right at Biggerman, and he just can't do much about that. That was a really tough return. And now Ross Weaver serving for the first time in this set, as Weaver able to put a nice serve up. And Joe Duggan saying, my fault. And taking responsibility for that one. Just a little missed touch from him. And here's Dipple. Not a bad serve, and not the best return from the Calvert Hall side. And that ball is going to be rejected from Allmeter and number 13. And they're going to have to put a weak spike in. And Joe Duggan, an absolute missile, as they take their lead up to 2. And the John Carroll scrambling to try and put that ball over, and a really tough shot there from Dipple, and puts it straight back. And unfortunately, straight back for him was parallel to the net, so unable to put that ball over. And that shot denied from Harker and Allmeter, as Smithmeyer was trying to put that over. But an unsuccessful attempt from him. Number 13 for the Calvert Hall volleyball team with a nice serve, and that ball is going to hit the rafters, and Schwab's going to put that over. And that will be his point, and a timeout called from the John Carroll side. And Coiner just unable to get to that. Coach Tucker Snow from the John Carroll team just a little confused about some calls from this ref, as he calls a timeout as Calvert Hall takes a 19-14 lead. Yeah. Serve from number 13. So I almost take the camera out. And Schwab with a nice dig, and he's able to, and Duggan's able to put that ball over. And Smithmeyer is going to put that ball in. And he has the first point coming out of the timeout. And Conyers' serve is very far back. And Allmeter tries to get that over. But Snellenberger and Biggerman were there. And John Carroll cuts the lead to 3. And Schwab puts up a savvy little set. And that's going to be blocked from Harker and Duggan. Schwab puts that set up to Duggan again. It's going to hit the rafter. He's going to have to put that over, and a miscommunication there from Weaver, number 2. And now the lead cut to 2 points. And here's Allmeter. And now puts the Cardinals to 20 points. And now he is subbed out for number 3. As he's now serving. And Joe Duggan just missed that block off of Smithmeyer, and 20-18 here in the third set. And Smithmeyer's serve goes right into the net as he comes out for Mink. And frustration from him. And Joe Duggan here, one of their best servers on the Coward Hall side. And the ball never really got over about 7 foot, as that ball stays really low coming off of the serve. And John Carroll couldn't handle Duggan's serve. And Joe's gonna put that one into the net. And Calvert Hall, 3 points away from winning this set. And this ball is going to go over to Weaver. And Weaver, Spike is going to get a little tip on it. And there's shorts. Weaver putting that back in 1. And it goes straight to the senior, Travis Smith, as he puts that away. And Weaver just puts that one out. And a rare sight from him. Usually he connects and keeps those in. And the serve there from Snellenberg. And there's Weaver back in his groove as he hits that spike right coming down the left side and was able to keep it in. Calvert Hall now 2 points away from winning their second set. And that ball's gonna put over to Shorts, and that's gonna be out as Shorts tries to keep that in, goes over the line. And match point here for the Cardinals. And here's Biggerman, saved from Weaver. And here's Weaver, puts it over the net, and that ball is going to be over. Schwab with his set. And that ball is going to be over the net, and Calvert Hall has won the third set, up 2-1. And we will be back in about 3 minutes. And we are back in Alumni Memorial Gymnasium here at Calvert Hall. And you saw a rare sighting from Leo Berman with Evan Lavouster's head on a piece of cardboard. Sorry for that sight. Camera was corrupt. And let's get this third set on the road. And Smithmeyer will take that one and let it roll out of bounds. Now this is Calvert Hall is in command for this game as they're one set away from winning this one. An all-meter shot will tie it up 1-1. And Ian Harker will come on for number 2. Number 13 now serving. Not a lot of spin on his serves as Weaver is back there to return that one. And over to Joe Duggan. And that ball is just going to be put over the right sideline and out of bounds. And John Carroll up 2-1. And a stoppage from the referees here as it's a little slick on the sidelines in front of the John Carroll bench, as Coach Snow is not looking too happy. And here's Dipple and Schwab. The set to Harker. All-meter unable to get that off the net. And John Carroll up 3-1. And Will Schwab trying to hype up his guys as they're looking a little slow coming out of the break. Weaver to Schwab to Harker, blocked. Schwab over to Duggan, and that's tipped. And a good spike there from Joe Duggan as he comes back after narrowly missing his first spike of the set. And that ball is going to be put over from Snellenberger, the senior. And Ross Weaver just alone, it seemed, in the back. Maybe a little mispositioning from the Cardinals. And now Coyner is going to serve. That ball over to Duggan. Number 3 with his dig. And Ian Barker able to spike that one. And John Carroll unable to return it. And Joe Duggan and Ross Weaver so agile on the outside as they just constantly are spiking the ball and really forcing the John Carroll to use their defensive skills. And now we are tied up 4-4. And Coyner's set. And there'll be an infraction. And it'll be John Carroll's serve and point, as the umpire ruled that there was some sort of foul. Number 2 with a nice dig. And a little confusion from the referees And the linesman, Christian Colson. And it will be John Carroll's point and serve. And here's Weaver now on the outside. And a good dig there from Dipple. And it'll be Calvert Hall's point. As there was a and they're, I think, calling a redo because this play was stopped. And the score will remain 4-6. That's our first redo of the day, as unfortunately no replay in high school volleyball, which does make sense. Here's Smithmeyer. As that hits the net, and Weaver just barely able to put that over, and Duggan on the other end. And here's Weaver on the outside. And that's going to be stopped by Bigerman and Snellenberg. And John Carroll with a little bit more of a lead here. And Weaver, there's going to be another foul. Again, not the most knowledgeable with volleyball, so I have absolutely no idea what the foul is. I'm very sorry, but that's going to be a foul against Ross Weaver, I'm assuming, and he's going to get, that's going to go out of bounds. Didn't look like the best set from Schwab. And a timeout called as John Carroll coming out of that third set wanting to keep this game alive. And we'll be back in about 30 seconds.
Hello.
And that will be Calvert Hall's point, as Bigerman's spike was denied, and there's going to be a substitution. Mink coming in for Smithmeyer, as Smithmeyer, one of their main servers, and Mink just a quality defensive player. And here's number 2 from Calvert Hall. That's going to hit the rafter. An unfortunate play there from John Carroll. That was shorts.
Geldmacher serving again.
And that's going to go into the net. And John Carroll now with a 14-6 lead. And Snellenberg here with a short serve, and that's going to be an ace. And now almost a double-digit lead.
Kean Donovan dives to get the ball, but did not quite make it.
And here's his second serve. From Duggan to Schwab. Over to Weaver. And that's going to be a spike from Travis Smith.
A close battle over the net that was.
Another tremendous serve as Weaver.
Ooh, close.
But an infraction. And it's going to be on 18. That's going to be Travis Smith. And now Will Schwab with a beautiful serve. And John Carroll, sideline absolutely electric as they now up by 10. And Schwab over to Allmeter, and Allmeter able to connect that spike.
A good point there.
And there was a tip from John Carroll, as you could obviously have seen. And now Ross Weaver will be taking the serve. Oh wow, and a tremendous tick there from Weaver, and Joe Duggan able to put that one over. And Joe Duggan, and just so close. Kean Donovan.
A great volley.
Yeah, he made a dig, but was unable to get it off the ground more than 4 feet. And now Austin Shorts.
Ooh, hit the net.
He's going to put that one into the net. And he's been one of their overall best players, along with number 18, Travis Smith, on the net. And that ball is going to go and almost hit the ceiling. And Smithmeyer is able to put that one over. And Allmeter just kind of scrambling. It's going to be put all the way in the top row of the stands.
Ball almost hit the Evan Levasseur fan section. That would have been very unfortunate.
And Austin Shorts with a tremendous spike. And Weaver, not much he's able to do. And now 19-9 as Dipple, now with the senior with his serve. And no sophomores or freshmen on this John Carroll team. And there's Smithmeyer doing what he does best. And Weaver just unable to make a successful dig. And now Hank Dipple with his second serve, as they're taking this one away. It's going to be Calvert Hall's point, unaware of what happened. And Allmeter comes out for one of Calvert Hall's best servers. And a miscommunication from John Carroll. And a little bit of a rally here for the Cardinals.
John Carroll now only leads by 7.
And Coiner trying to put that all the way over on the other side of the net. And John Carroll will take the first time out of this set as an unprecedented Calvert Hall comeback has arose.
A very good word choice.
And Alex Herrera is in the building. And folks, as if you didn't know, alongside of me, just recently now, Nick Shepard, and he wanted to just chime in with some words.
Yeah, it's been a real honor here, commentating next to Brendan Trentler, a great colleague in the peer ministry program.
And same homeroom, so
Very true.
I'm lucky to have you because it's tough doing a one-person job, but you know, I've been able to make it happen today, and 2 people on that serve, and that ball's gonna get over. Schwab scrambling to get over there. Weaver, that's gonna go long. And the end of the comeback, the 4-point swing. And now Coiner serving their setter. And that ball is just gonna squeak over the net. And here's Joe Duggan on the outside. And a good dig there from Dipple. And there's Smithmeyer, their electric spiker, and it's rejected from Schwab.
Ooh.
And Weaver.
John Carroll leading by 6. Will Calvert Hall be able to come back from this?
And here's Joe Duggan, peer ministry leader. And Schwab over to Weaver. And Weaver's gonna convert there. And now we're inside. Now, Calvert Hall down by just 5 points. And Calvert Hall just keeps creeping into this game more and more as this set goes along. And Joe Duggan always bringing that electricity into his serves and getting his guys rallied. And here's Smithmeyer with a light spike, and that ball is going to go up, and that is unreturnable as Coiner puts it into the stands. And now 4 points. And Joe Duggan. And number 2 is going to take that one right to the face as Smithmeyer. And as he does best, put that ball over the net and at a very high pace. Here he is for his serve. Very quick serve. Schwab able to get a nice little tap over. Coiner able to put that ball over his head. Schwab now setting to Parker. And there's Smithmeyer. And Joe Duggan is able to return that ball. Weaver, his spike. And a good rally from both sides, and Calvert Hall able to come out with it. And now 4 points away from the tie. And Dipple getting the return there. And Joe Duggan just puts that over in 1. A little miscommunication there. Short's able to put that one over. Schwab, his set, and spike denied. Weaver, and a good dig from Dipple. And Shorts is gonna look to maybe long, but Joe Duggan wanting to play it, and an unsuccessful dig from him.
Duggan couldn't quite make it there, but it was close.
And Travis Smith now out. Sorry, in. Snellberg with the serve. That was Ross Weaver's spike. Here's Shorts.
Ooh, hitting the net there.
And unable to put that one where it needed to be. 23-19.
Will Schwab serving, captain of their team.
And Dipple again.
Oh,
Trying. He puts that one where it needs to be, but then hits the beams again. And Schwab with his second serve in about 10 seconds. And Coiner trying to catch the defense off guard. He's usually setting that.
Calvert has been swiftly coming back here, 23-21, John Carroll.
And Will Schwab leading this team to now down 2.
Out again.
And I thought it was a tip. And it looked to come up a little bit, and Calvert Hall awarded with one, and Schwab and Coiner able to put that one over. Schwab over to Allmeter. Allmeter to tie it. Dipple putting it back into play, and Shorts with a nice play. Schwab.
This volley is alive.
Putting it up to Allmeter. Schwab again, putting it over to Weaver. And I think a double touch from Schwab as that ball kind of came off cockeyed. And now Biggerman being taunted over there by Alex Ferreira. And Schwab puts it behind him, and Weaver is able to put that one on.
24-23, John Carroll.
And 23-24. As they have came into this game so close. Now 24-23. And the second timeout from John Carroll. And Snow takes their second timeout, wanting to talk over to his guys, basically saying, what's going on? And a tremendous comeback from the Calvert Hall side.
Will Schwab has definitely been showing exemplary leadership on this team.
And just kind of talking to him personally, he's probably one of their biggest leaders on this team.
Definitely.
And now Weaver, this game in the hands of him. And a little bit of pressure to try and put this game away. And Weaver put
Solid
that one
serve.
over. Yeah, he's able to put that one over. Dipple with the return. And Shorts. And Weaver unable to return that as there was a deflection. And John Carroll's gonna win this one after a very close fourth set. And now we'll take a 3-minute break inside of Alumni Gymnasium.
And we're back.
And we're now back for the fifth and final set of this one, winner takes all. Between a very intense matchup and competitive matchup between John Carroll Patriots and your Calvert Hall Cardinals. And a little, not the best set from Joe Duggan. And Ethan Barker unable to successfully stop Travis Smith's spike, as he is really just the main point scorer on this team. I would say he's probably about 6'5", 6'6" at least. And he's able to really make an impact on the game. And Ross Weaver scoring the first points for the Cardinals in this last set. And that set from Smithmeyer, defended well as Weaver's set. Ooh. And Smith with his second score of this set.
Geldmacher just barely missing that hit there.
And John Carroll a little bit deeper in the bench than Calvert Hall is. Calvert Hall about 2 men deep. Don't have much depth, and Weaver is able to. Weaver has really made the most impact on this game, don't you think, Shep?
Definitely. Weaver's been showing out.
And shout out to Charlie Smith, watching the live streams. Really appreciate it, man. And that ball is going to be pinched by Kean Donovan. And every point counts in this last set. And emotions are high for both sides. And Schwab, obviously a little disappointed and frustrated with that one, as that ball just sails over the line about 6-7 feet beyond it. And Weaver with a nice set over Donovan's head, and Allmeter with an electrifying spike.
Oh.
And the Calvert Hall coach a little upset there with the refereeing. Haven't seen him off his feet all day, and he's able to get that call reversed. And
not sure why, but it was.
Again, no volleyball knowledge whatsoever, so I can't really tell you why that was reversed. And Weaver, again, making his mark in the final points of this game.
5-3 Cardinals.
And Weaver with a successful serve. And that ball not able to defend by Joe Duggan and Kean Donovan. And now Smithmeyer with his first serve of this fifth set. And Allmeter. And that ball unable to be returned from John Carroll. And we'll have a sub here. Smithmeyer for Mink, which is very frequently they're switching up. Smithmeyer with a tremendous serve. Just a spectacular player.
Calvert Hall's been doing a beautiful job of defending the net.
And somehow that ball stays in play. I'm not really sure how. And Schwab tries to just hack at it. And Allmeter, first time, and Dipple able to get the ball over. Weaver and Allmeter
Schwab
get to it. And that ball
just barely hit the beam over top of the court.
and that ball will go in John Carroll's favor. Weaver over to Barker.
Oh, a great
And
fake
Barker with,
spike there.
Yeah, a little fake and then a softie. And it looks like Travis Smith almost grabbed that as he kind of was coming down, trying to keep it alive. And that's going to go over, just over the net.
A lucky serve hitting the net there.
I mean, that barely fell over.
Yeah.
And Travis Smith just in confusion on how that happened. And a dig from number 3, Schwab, over to Duggan. Can he convert? No. Shorts getting the ball over. Schwab to Duggan. And that ball's gonna fall.
These volleys kept getting better.
And a timeout taken from John Carroll as a 9-5 lead we have in our hands for the Calvert Hall Cardinals.
This game is definitely putting goosebumps on my arms.
All right. Thanks, Shep. And we'll be back in about 30 seconds. And we're back after the timeout.
Ball went under the net there, giving Calvert Hall the point.
Yeah, and Coiner was there, but I think he slipped. And now number 3 with just a long... And that ball is going to almost be cupped by Biggerman, and he's going to almost throw it into the net. That kind of was interesting.
Using a bit too much of his hand there than I think he meant to.
Calvert Hall now on a 5-0 run, and a infraction from the John Carroll side.
For something very relevant.
That we have no idea. We have absolutely no clue. And number 3's plethora of serves now ends. And Biggerman, the long serve to Weaver. And Biggerman with the return. Here's Smith. And a miscommunication between Weaver and number 2. John Carroll will take this lead to 5. And that really was not the cleanest of plays from the Calvert Hall side. We've definitely seen better from them, and that ball's going to go over. Joe Duggan just put a little bit too much on it.
Nevertheless, Calvert Hall is still leading by 4. Good serve.
And fortunately, Joe Duggan able to put that ball over, and a great dig there from Ross Weaver to keep this play alive. Ian Parker is able to finish the play. And Calvert Hall will end the John Carroll run of 3-0 and now 13-8.
Both teams have been displaying some excellent volleys.
And it, wow,
kept in.
Impressive dig there from Joe Duggan. And
but it was not repeated.
Yeah, and unfortunately unable to return that. And Shorts to put that point away. And Shorts serving here. That ball is just going to get over the net. And Harker's there. And a great dig from number 2. We've seen a couple from him today. And Weaver, not. And that's a very rare sight. And we usually see him able to connect. And there's going to be a timeout for Calvert Hall. And the tables have really turned, as the Calvert Hall lead is now cut to 3. And we'll see you in about 30 seconds. And Will Schwab, the captain of Calvert Hall, firing his guys up. And he is the senior class president, very involved in this Calvert Hall community. And that set from Schwab, not the prettiest from him, and Ross Weaver can't put that ball over the net. And Weaver, a two-sport athlete playing basketball and volleyball. And that ball is tipped from Coiner. And here's Travis Smith. And another dig from number 2, and Joe Duggan spiking from the back. And Coiner again with his second serve. And that ball's gonna be out. No tip on it. And Ian Harker now out for Kean Donovan. And number 2, who's been really showing up in this 5th set.
John Carroll putting some
And
balls
Smith
very high.
unable to put that ball in the right place. And that will be game. Calvert Hall now has won the game 15-11. And my apologies, not realizing that the last set went to 15. And a great win from the Cardinals as they beat a pretty high-ranked John Carroll team. I think they're ranked 4th in the MIAA right now.
The general consensus on the Calvert Hall campus was that this would be a close game, and they were right.
So we thank you all for tuning in to this action-packed game between the Cardinals and the Patriots. I'm Brendan Trentler.
I'm Nick Shepard.
And we will see you all next time. Have a great night.